So I did something stupid. I created a website using Nuxt that deletes files from my computer. Now I use a chat interface and I wanted to add in some more approvals. So let me show you my journey and what I learned along the way. So this is the website that I created. I have a nice superhero theme to it, and I can chat back and forth with it and delete files from my computer. And I'm using an Anthropic model. So I'm just gonna say list files. So in this case, I have this fixtures folder and I put in a couple of files, one called keep me and one called old draft. Now I have this toggle on. So at first I created this application. I didn't want any kind of guardrails. So let me show you. If I type in delete old draft, it's going to then delete it. And it gives me the path and it says done. Old draft has been deleted. The only remaining file is keep me. And if I do list files here, I can see that I only have this one file left. And just to prove that, here's the code. And if I look inside here, I have this project files. I have this watch file folder. So I have both of these files in here. If I go into reset files and I kind of take a look back, here it is. There's two files in there and I can go in, and they're also in the fixtures folder right here. So this was good, but I wanted some additional guardrails as I was using this chat interface to make sure that I didn't accidentally delete something. And this is where I learned about tool use and some really neat new features from the AI SDK 7 that Vercel has created. So there is this idea of doing tool approvals. I've always seen this in my own chat windows when I'm using something like Claude Code or Kiro, and I wanted to actually create this myself. And the API is really, really simple. You just add in this tool approval inside this object, and you can have it have a user approval. So let me show you what that looks like. If I turn this on to approvals on, I'm just going to go ahead and reset it. And I'm going to say, okay, let's do the same thing here. List files. And it's going to list the files. And by the way, this is all in Nuxt application. Here it is. I'm going to say delete the old draft again. And this time it has this nice window that comes up. It says, hold up, your sidekick wants to run this. It cannot undo it. So it gives me the path to it, and I can click do it. And then it will go ahead and delete it. And I can just see for myself that the file's deleted. And then in my fixtures folder, I no longer have it. So you can see this is actually running on my PC, and I was able to do this. Let me show you a little bit of the code real quick. If I go into my code here, this is a Nuxt app. I have a back end in my server side here, and then I have a front end. So if I take a peek at the server side, I have this chat posts here. The way I'm doing this is all through this. This is the endpoint, the string text. And then I have this tools list with this list files and delete files. And then I have this nice thing called approval enabled. So I added in this is an object coming from this stream text. And I can turn this on or off. And when it's on, it says, hey, we need this tool approval on. And it's going to have a tool approval for delete file, which is the name of the tool listed here. And then it has user approval. So it has to have the correct user approval to delete it. So just like here, you see user approval pretty much directly from the docs almost. So here is the Nuxt code on the client side component that displays the approval box. And since we have this tool approval, we can detect it in the front end if that is an option that's turned on, and then a modal box. And what's really nice is Nuxt UI. If you look at their documentation, they actually have utilities that help you for this exact scenario. So Nuxt UI is a really popular Tailwind first library of components, and you can use this isTool approval pending to help it out. It also has actual kind of generic pending approval boxes if you want to use it as well. So what I can do here is if I search for this isTool approval pending right here, I just pass in this part, which is part of message.parts, which if you scroll up a little bit further right here in this V4, there's this messages, and this is directly coming from the useChat. So this is literally coming from the messages that are coming from our backend endpoint. And we can check to see if that is approval pending. We can display the information for it. So I just pass this part in from message.parts. You can see it looks like this into this class, and then I can display it if it's true or not. which makes it really nice. So here's the hold up here. So it's going to say hold up on the screen. Otherwise, it just automatically goes through. So this is really nice when you are constructing your front end. And this also is really well known by most coding agents out there. I used Kiro to help me create this, and it worked really well. The next thing I want to show you is something called ACP. So right now I'm using Amazon Bedrock with an Anthropic model to talk back and forth and to use the AI SDK to add that tool approval box, which I think is really cool. That's built in, and also using Nuxt UI to help put this all together. But what if we wanted to actually use the Claude Code or Codex or the agent harness we have installed on our own computer? Well, we can do that as well and not have to worry about setting up these APIs or using OpenRouter or anything like that. So let me show you a video on how ACP works. Essentially, we have the operative, which is our Kiro-CLI that uses this protocol called ACP. And then we have our mission control, in this case, our Nuxt 4.5 app. This owns the file system, obviously. It also answers any permissions. So you basically send an initialize over to the agent. The agent returns the protocol, some capabilities. The client opens up a session. It sends the prompt over, and then that gets returned back to mission control. The agent, so since you're using something like Kiro-CLI or Claude Code, it has all the built-in MCP servers. It has all the different tools already installed inside of it. So you can have access to that inside your mission control, in this case, the client. And you can also set like that session request permissions too. So you can set some sort of security on the tools that are ran. Then the permission is granted. It sends the allow, the tool starts, it completes, and then you get the answer in the end turn. And the client holds all the keys the entire time. So it's a pretty neat way to work with agents. So I'm going to choose this Kiro ACP harness. It takes a few seconds, but I'm going to say list all files. And now instead of using that Anthropic key, it's now talking directly to the CLI. So it says, do you want to run this tool? This tool basically will allow us to list the files. And here it is. There's only one file in the project. I'll leave it here with just one file because we deleted the other. But let's delete this. Let's delete the one that says keep me. And let's see what happens. So now this is Kiro-CLI that is helping us to delete these files. It says, just to confirm before I proceed, the only matching one is keep me. Do you want to delete keep me? I'll say yes to delete it. Now it's giving me another box that says, this is part of the AI SDK. Are you sure you want to run this? Yes. Are you sure you want to delete this? It's asking me multiple times now. Yes. So you can see it's now finally deleted. If I come back up to my app here, I can see I have no files listed because they're all deleted. Don't worry, I can get them all back by clicking this reset files. Here they're all back together again. So you can see this was a silly example, but you can imagine, especially with this Kiro ACP harness, you can almost create your own personal agent that talks to files on your file system and do something like OpenClaw or something like we just released with Kiro Crew. I'm really excited. There's so many cool tools with AI SDK. I usually use Strands agents, but I think this is also a really neat tool, and that you can use it with the tools in Nuxt UI to do things like this. So let me know if you use harnesses or if you use agents. Also, I'd love to hear in the comments, what do you use Nuxt with? And are you interested in hearing more about Kiro? I have some really cool plans, maybe some ways to get some things for free too. You never know. Just leave a comment below. Thanks.